welcome to my channel. I'm Mark. This is Mark's Mods, and today, guys, we are going to continue with our excellent Samba Camper build. So we are going to do issues 46 and 47. Now, I haven't really looked through these, but as far as I'm aware, we're just going to be continuing with the engine this week. So we're not going to be working any chassis or wheels or anything or interior. It's more a lot of engine work until that's done. But it is nice to be working on something different. Obviously been working on the interior for so long, so it's nice just to have something small on the desk that we can work on. But I do know it's going to get very huge very quick, and I'm really looking forward to that. I cannot wait. Anyway, we better get started on this one today, and I'm really looking forward to this one. So, with all that said, let's get modelling. Okay, let's get started. Now, we have got the parts for issue 46 here. We are going to need some of these, but I'm not going to open them just yet because we actually are going to continue some of the parts from issue 45. So, we need to bring this bit that we did in the previous issue across. And what we need is this part here. And this is going to be going in just down here. I'm just seeing how this goes. As I'm aware, it's just gonna go down just like so, and that's a nice push fit connection. Okay, so you've got like the half moon shape there. So that flat piece there is facing me. I can see it there. That's facing me. Okay. Right, so the next bit we need is this wheel part here. Now if we flip this over, this is going to go in here just like that. Then we need to get this bit here. Just seeing how this goes. I think that's how it fits. Let me just try the other way around. I think it's a better fit that way around than it is the other way. So okay, and we need to screw that in with some BP03 screws. So I'll get some of them out. We need just 2 of them. Otherwise, when you get them out your screw pot, you tend to get like 4 out, 5 out. As many as your screw wants to hold on to. Okay, so let's screw this in. Nice and easy. Okay, so that's now in place. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is we need to get like our little pulley here. And this is going to wrap around just like that, just like a pulley would. A little bit taut, but that's fine. Okay. Right, so next thing we need to do is we need to bring this part from our previous issue, and we are going to be placing this on top. So I'm just making sure nothing gets caught in the way. Like there's a pipe there that I don't want to get caught. It just won't behave. There we go. And we're going to place this on top just like so. I'm just checking, making sure everything's going into place, which it is. Okay, we'll turn that over. Next is we need this bit here. Don't think this matters which way it goes in. Right. There we go. That's like that. And then we need to screw that from underneath with a BP04 screw. I'm just going to get one of them out with my fingers. Yes. I'm going to hold this, obviously. like so, and we're just going to screw it into the hole just down here. I can feel that bite, and that's nicely in place. And then it's just telling us to make sure all the pipes around here are all located, which they are. Okay, so the next thing we need, actually we don't need any parts from this issue. We actually need this pipe here. Now I'm just double checking. It hasn't told us to put any other pipes in, and it hasn't. So it wants this pipe from here go all the way over to into there, just there. Fantastic. Although I do think that might need a little bit of glue just to hold that in place. So what I'm going to do is I'll get some glue on that. What I'm not looking forward to is the next issue, which is basically we've got a lot of pipes. So we haven't really used anything from this issue in the parts, but that's in place, looking very, very nice. And that is all there is to do in this issue. So that is issue 46 complete. Okay, so moving on to issue 47. Now I'm going to show this. This is what we got in the issue of issue 47. This is metal. This is very, very heavy. Absolute gorgeous, gorgeous chunk of metal that is. I am amazed. Wow, it really is nice. But that's what we're getting in issue 47. We're not using this, so I can put that to one side, because we are going to need the parts out of issue 46. So we'll get them out now. Bit of a shame, but we probably will get onto that bit eventually. We've got some BP4 screws in this, so we'll get them out as well. Now, I'm not really looking forward to this one because it is the wiring harness for this, so hopefully this goes nice and smooth, and we'll just get these bits out. Okay, right, so the first thing we need to do, bringing across this engine, we need this bit here. Now this is gonna go on just like so. Now that just slots into place just like that. Okay, yeah, shows us slotting into place. Next is we need the wiring harness. Now it's showing it this way in the magazine, and it's showing us that basically that's 1, that's 2, that's 3, and that is 4. Okay, right, so as far as I believe, it wants us to pass the harness. Oh gosh, you are joking me. Oh, right, okay. I'm just seeing how they're getting this in the magazine. Does it want to go under or over that? I think it's going under, so we need to pass this through just like that. Okay, I'm just passing that through. There we go. Right, okay, so it says to insert the spark plug cables, they should be pushed through behind the carburetor and generator stand so they overhang on both sides. Well, that's definitely overhanging on both sides. Okay, I'm actually going to bring the magazine a little bit closer to myself here. Okay, so it says, after fitting the spark plug cable clips into the supports shown. So, right, okay, so one is going to go into here, one's going to go into there. And we'll test the fit to whether we need glue. So let's just do a quick dry fit. First of all. So yeah, they are going to need just a spot of glue inside just to keep them in. A little bit fiddly. Right, so that one's in. Okay, so we'll do the one on the other side. It'll be here. Going in just like that. Okay, that's some going in there. Right, so it's showing, and it wants us to put these into just down into these two holes. There's two holes just down into there. So just a dab of glue. We're just going to flip that around and in. That's one in. Just get the second cable in just like that. Okay, so they're in each side. So it says next install the carburetor fuel line. Okay, so we need this part here, and this is simply going to fit into a hole in the carburetor at one end and then go down to oblivion. I really don't know. It goes on that end. I'm just looking on here. Yeah, this is not the easiest to locate where that's going. Not with all them pipes in the way. I think we're just putting it into there, and then eventually it'll go in to, I don't know if it'll go into there, then where's it gonna go? So let's just mimic this up. Right, this is rather confusing where this pipe goes to. I've definitely got it in the right way around. This is very confusing. Doesn't help, it keeps falling out. Okay. Now there is a hole near it. So I'm wondering whether it goes into the back of the hole there. These in the way, it does not help. Right, okay. There's a hole just down into there. I'm thinking it goes into. So let's just try it again with them pipes out of the way, because they were really sort of getting in the way and were really hard to see. I knew this issue wouldn't be easy. So let's just have a try. So going from the highest point, which is there, and then it does line up with that hole. So I've got a funny feeling that's where it's going to have to go. I'll just read the instructions. Next, install the carburetor fuel line in the position shown in the picture. Its base should be inserted into the hole in the fan housing indicated by the lower arrow. Right, so yeah, it's definitely going into that hole. Right, okay. It's a very hard hole to see. I've got to admit that one. But, just to the thought of it, isn't it nice to be doing something complicated on this model? Isn't it nice to be, finally, challenge your skill level a little bit, which really does make a nice change. I know there'll be people out there that'll be screaming their head off at this, but always look on the bright side, I suppose. Okay, so that pipe into there, and if it just stays long enough in place, I can ease the bottom pipe into the hole. That's it to go into. Just need to widen the hole a little bit. Definitely that hole, so it's the biggest one out of all of them. Got to add more glue on. That is actually a really nice fit once it all goes in. So that's now in place. Whew. Okay, so we've done that now. So I'm just making sure everything's done. Just making sure the pipes that are in it. So what I want to do next is I want to locate where these go to. So this one here, which is number 3, is going to go into the top of that one there. But I need to move some leads out the way. That is just going to fit in just like that. Okay. I'll make sure they're out of the way, clear. Okay, so that's number 3. Number 2 wants to go in down in the depth of wherever we're going with this. Gosh, that is a tight place to put it. Right. It's possible, but whew, goodness me. I'm gonna get my long nosed tweezers. I think I can see now why people used to not do this on live, unless you, well, I'd say unless you're mad, but on my neck. That is making sure this is definitely the place it's going into. 2. Yep, that's definitely the place it's got to go into. That's popped out, but that's fine. That actually might give me some better room. Get this in place. How the heck? Right, idea. Let me put a 4 in. I'm going to glue 4 in place. I'm going to glue it from behind. More glue. Just put them directly on the pin here. Okay. Right, now let's get number 2 in place. Just with it anchored, it might just make it a little bit easier. We can hope. It's number 2 that is giving us the most grief with this. Even though I probably would have thought these would have been easier to fit before we stuck it to the engine. Right, there's nothing really I can take off of there by looking at it to make this process any easier, really. Goodness me. Right. If in a second I can't get this working, what I'll do is I'll come back to it and just work a little bit of it off camera, because this is not easy in anyone's sense at all. My sense is going crazy. Right guys, I'll be back in a sec.
A few moments later. A few moments later.
Okay guys, I'm back. I've got that in. I had to make the hole a little bit bigger to make it easier, but because I'm gluing these pipes in anyway, it really doesn't matter. So I'm just going to put number 1 in now. Okay. And what we'll do is we'll glue that, well, I'll glue that into place. Just like so. Okay. Now one thing we haven't done, but it's one thing we should have done apparently, is these 2 pipes that are coming off here need to go in to the holes on the back, which is all blooming said and done. But how are you supposed to get these in with other massive great big pipes in the world? It's ridiculous. I mean, everything's feasible, but could there have been an easier way of doing this? Possibly. I think so. I'm going to get the bottom one in first. So I'm just going to pop that one into there. Now, I've been through the instructions. I cannot remember it saying put these in, but unless I missed it or misread it, I don't know. Right, all pipes are in where they should be. Whew, that was not easy. I had to take my glass off for that. I'm supposed to use them for distance. Anyway, right, okay. That does look nicer with all them pipes in. Oh dear. Right, okay, so we've done all that now. Next is we need this bit here. This is just going to simply go into here. Just here. Like so. Again, I'm going to glue this from behind. Even though it doesn't say. This is just next. Fit the supports and cables for the coil ignition into the holes integrated, followed by the pneumatic system in the picture. Alright, so we need to screw it in place with a BP04 screw. Right, I'll be happy doing that. I'll be happy doing that if it actually screw into something. It's definitely a BP04 screw. Try a different one. Right. Little pin there. I'm just going to glue. And I'm just going to put a bit of glue just around this, because I mean that is barely catching, but it's rubber. Okay. Right, so now we've done that, we need to take this bit here. Do not say we've got to pass. Oh, goodness me. So we've got to pass this through. Yeah. Under there. Okay. I've got Julie to do this, really. Okay, that's going to go on there. That's going to sit on top of there. Again, that's going to need a little bit of glue. Oh. Okay, then we've got this pipe here. That's going to go into this hole just down here. I'm definitely going to glue this because I know it's going to be too damn big. Get my tweezers and put into place. Wow. Okay. So, last but not least, we have a part that we did have a second ago and now we no longer have. So, where's that part gone? Right, I think this is going to be back into... Oh, it's alright. It landed on the floor. Goodness knows what. Okay, so this last bit. This wants to fit just down here. Half moon shape again. That's a pretty nice fit actually. If that hadn't come off. This is really taxing your patience. This issue really is taxing patience. But we all love them issues, don't we? Seems to. Right, that's him back in place. Okay, just double checking because I've got a wire coming out of here. Right, hold on. Right, so these, I mean, I'm noticing these things I'm going along, so if I haven't put the instructions up on the screen, it's just basic because what I'm doing makes no sense to the instructions whatsoever. So that pipe needs to go on top of there. So that's going on top there. Then we've got this detail we've got to put on just down here in a sec. That's the half moon shape, bit of that. And then that is going to go into our carburetor into a hole just down there. Now I think we can safely say this issue's done. And actually we'll be glad because that was fiddly. Okay. Woo! Right, guys, that is it. Wow. That is this engine built. Sorry, I'm just tidying up my magazine. I know I've got cameras in an absolute mess here for some reason. That's better. So there we go. That is what we've done this issue. That looks amazing. I mean, that was really hard to do. I'm not going to lie. It really was taxing in areas to do, but it looks absolutely superb. Unfortunately, yes, it is plastic, and it would have been nice to have some metal on there. But just looking at that and the detail, you know, the engine for the Volkswagen, you know, the Camper and the Beetle and stuff, they were very basic engines. These were engines you could take apart at home and then re-put back together again. But amazing, absolutely amazing. So that is issue 47 complete. Well guys, if there was ever an issue to test your patience, that was definitely one of them. Wow. But I really enjoyed it. It's weird, I really enjoy these issues now. That is amazing. Really, really is amazing. The detail, everything on that, it just looks absolutely phenomenal. And yeah, I'm glad I got that issue. I mean, I knew that Pipes issue was coming. I just didn't realise that Pipes issue was coming today because I didn't look at the magazine beforehand, which I should have done. And if I had done, I might have thought, well, we could make that one into just one issue, really. But never mind. I don't know how this is all going to come together in editing, but it'll happen. I'll do the best I can. But it's all complete. Everything's where it should be. And it truly does look amazing. It really is. Anyway, if you like this video, please could you give it a massive thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell and be notified of any future videos. But as for always, guys, stay safe and bye for now.